Welcome to our second season of Fresh Off the Board, the podcast I record with students I've known over the years. Delighted to have Vasavi Saraf with us again. And Vasavi, it's been quite a roller coaster 2 years for all of us, and also
Yeah,
particularly for you. When we first interviewed, you were looking at a psych major, and now things have panned out, and you've graduated and have a job in a very exciting field. So why don't you introduce yourself, and we'll take it from there.
of course. Well, hi, I'm Vasavi. Arjun sir helped me so much get where I am. So I'm very grateful to be here. So happy to be doing this. A little bit about myself. I went to NYU 2017. I graduated last year, so in 2021. I initially started off as a psychology major, took a whole U-turn, and ended up graduating with a major in media and communications. I have some experience working in beauty and in marketing. And now I work at an influencer marketing agency. Very fun stuff, very exciting, very new area to be exploring, not just for me, but in the marketing realm in general. So I learn something new every day. It's amazing.
Thanks. The thing I noticed about you was you were always searching and finding purpose and figuring out what you wanted to do. And even the major that you were doing, they had at that point psych and also related courses in a liberal arts context in the US. How were the last 2 years, your junior and senior year of college like, and how did you find meaning, purpose along the way?
I think it was like a mixed bag. I started off my junior year right after a study abroad program that I did in Italy. So I feel like being away and experiencing this whole new world of things that I had never experienced before, culture, communication, people, language, all of that, I feel like is what really pushed me towards marketing and working at representing brands and representing countries. Representing brands and goods or products, because I went to all of these places and I'm like, hey, I've seen this in New York or I've seen this in India, but it feels so different. And I feel like just being in a place away from the regular New York City college, going to class every morning, doing the same thing every evening, really sort of helped me find myself and helped me explore what I was interested in, because I was just thrown into this entirely new world, learning entirely new courses that they did not necessarily have at the New York program. So that was what was most helpful to me to like push me towards marketing. It was also that I just was not enjoying psychology. Going into it, I thought it was going to be right up my alley, super fun. A year and a half in, I was just like, I do not see a future. It's not something I enjoy. And honestly, I'm so grateful for the American education system for that, because most other places you can't just halfway up and decide that you don't like this anymore and you want to take a completely new train in terms of what you want to do. So super grateful for that. So I think my study abroad program was what pushed me, because they didn't have any psychology courses where I went. So it pushed me to take courses that I wasn't taking, exploring new opportunities. So that was it. And then I came back to New York after that. I was doing some summer courses. Oh, I'm sorry. My cat just is jumping everywhere. But just like coming back to New York after that and seeing the shift in my vision and just things I wanted was super helpful. And I was like, I think it has to be media and communications for me. It's something I've always been interested in.
So let's take a deep dive into media and communication studies at NYU. What is it like? How do you decide courses? What are the various tracks you can pursue? It's such a broad field. And what are the pre-professional skills that you pick along the way?
So you obviously have to take a few of your fundamental courses, which is like history of media, development in media, stuff like that, which really these three fundamental courses that you have to take have a little bit of all of the more specific courses and field of studies. So what intrigues you from those fundamental courses is really what's going to push you towards the field of studies that you take. So under media and communications, they have four brackets. One of them is more tech focused, one of them is more marketing focused, one of them is more globalization and politics focused. So they have like a bunch of different areas that you can pursue. What intrigued me most was marketing and tech, because they had more advertising courses, consumer society courses, courses on fashion marketing, courses on beauty marketing. And that is what I'm most interested in. I've come to realize that fashion and beauty is eventually where I want to be. So those were alleys that I took. And I think it really helped me set tone for what I want to do, because the courses weren't too specific. They weren't really nailing you down on one thing. It was a little bit of everything. So it was more generalized marketing. You're understanding how different forms of marketing work, whether that's social media marketing, whether that's experiential marketing, billboards, magazines, television, like ads on sponsored apps, like stuff like that. So I feel like it really helps you get a more wholesome vision of what marketing is, as opposed to nailing you down on one thing where you're not necessarily aware of all of the other alleys that are available. So that was what I enjoyed most, was that I didn't really, going in, I didn't really have to know what I wanted. I had all of these different areas that I could explore, which helped me a lot, because when I picked or changed to media and communications as my major, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted out of it. I just knew that it was interesting and it was something that I know I enjoy and something that I could make a great career out of. But I didn't know how it was going to pan out or what to expect, just because things you hear or things you read about the program online is so different from how you actually experience it or what you pull out from it. So having all these broader courses that help me understand the variety and width of marketing and all of the different ways that I could take it is what helped me most. I didn't even know that influencer marketing was a real thing until I took like a consumer society and advertising course, where we discussed all of these like different types of marketing that you do, like just small things like a little poster that you see on the subway station. Half the time people wouldn't even assume that that's marketing, because it's just there in your vision every single day when you take the subway to work or to school or just to go out. But it sort of really helped me realize that. And with a particular interest in social media, personally and professionally, because obviously Gen Z, we spend so much time on social media, I felt like influencer marketing was where my interest lied at the time. But outside of my education, my internship is what also helped me so much, because I interned at like a really small startup. The whole team was 4 people and like 3 interns. I was in the marketing team, so I was doing every sort of marketing for them, just because they only had one full-time marketing associate on the team. So us interns were literally like thrown into everything. We were doing experiential marketing, we were doing social media marketing. I was creating content for them. I never knew I could be in front of a camera and create content for them. I was doing some influencer marketing, doing some market research, helping them name products, doing like photo shoots for products. It was a whole variety of things. So I feel like alongside my education, just having that experience to firsthand do marketing and see all of the different ways that I can do it is sort of what helped me realize that influencer marketing is what I enjoy and what I would like to explore next.
Fantastic. It's fascinating to see how a media and communications course would then lead to your interest in understanding marketing, and then all the different layers and opportunities that you explored sort of led you to a career. So thank you so much, Vasvi, for this life update and work update. Looking forward to knowing more about your future successes in our podcast in maybe next year. So thank you so much.
Thank you.